Hey there, you wonderful viewers. Welcome back to Alignment. In today's episode, we are going to discuss about a very fascinating concept or a topic which has transformed countless relationships. That is 5 love languages, and the term was coined by Dr. Gary Chapman. In today's episode, we are going to discuss in detail about this topic. By having a better understanding about these love languages, you can definitely transform your relationships, you can have better understanding, and you can express and receive love in a better format. Whether you are in a long-term relationship or you're just starting out, you're trying to figure out the complexities of friendships, this video is for you. Everyone out there, it will definitely help you, because understanding about these love languages can definitely transform the quality of the relationships that you are having right now. Because you will be able to understand what is exactly that you need, or what is your love language, how do you like to express it, how do you like to receive that love. So it is such an important video. So let's get into this video, and welcome back to Alignment once again. Dr. Gary Chapman has identified and expressed or written about these love languages in his book. So let's get into each of those in detail. The first one is words of affirmation. It is a type of love language where you express the love through positive affirmations, words, compliments. For example, a partner whose love language is words of affirmation would regularly convey to the other partner that I love you, I respect you, you're such an important part of my life. Like that, you'll express that love using words. The second one is act of service. Showing love through acts of kindness or gestures, or you're providing service to your partner. Through actions, you are expressing your love towards your partner. For example, you'll take care of the house chores without being asked to, or if there are certain tasks which your partner doesn't like, you take care of it without even asking. And in such a manner, you will be able to express your love. If you are doing such an effort, or you're putting in the effort, then your love language might be act of service. There's a tangible effort which we can actually see that the person is putting into that relationship on a daily basis. The next one is receiving gifts. Feeling loved through thoughtful gifts or meaningful tokens is a part of this love language. For example, if your partner's love language is receiving gifts, they might put in extra efforts, to get presents for you by thinking about it and giving you meaningful tokens. For example, they might give you a book. It can be as simple as a book, which you have been wanting to read since a very long time. They get you that book, or they make you feel happy and special by giving you those gifts. So that might be your partner's love languages if they are putting in the efforts to come up with thoughtful gifts and presents for you. The fourth love language is quality time. Like spending undivided attention and quality time together, and cherishing those moments of togetherness. That is another love language. For example, if your partner's love language is quality time, then they might come up with activities such as date nights, or long walks where you are having conversations together, where you are putting in all your attention towards that particular moment and you're just cherishing that moment. So quality time is another love language. The fifth love language is physical touch. Feeling loved by physical gestures such as hugs, kisses, or other forms of touch where your partner or you make them feel special or wanted, or you express all your love through physical gestures. Keep in mind that these love languages, they are combination of different love languages happen in a relationship, because one partner's love language might be different from the other one. So it's basically a combination which makes it beautiful, and the relationship becomes beautiful by these combination of love languages. So by understanding and appreciating yours and your partner's love language can definitely make your relationship more fulfilling, and you both can be more accepting, and you can put in the efforts for making it more satisfying, and a very strong bond can be created organically. Let's look into the steps which you require for discovering your own love languages. It's a special thing because you need to actually understand what exactly is your love languages in order to communicate it to your partner. Then only you can come up with a joint plan together for your relationship. So let's get into the discovery part. So the first one is obviously self-reflection. You need to think about the past experiences where you have felt, very much loved or unloved because of certain factors, or situations where you thought like, I would have felt special if my partner would have, expressed love in such a manner. For example, you are a person who likes to obviously show your love through words, so you're very vocal about how special your partner is or how much important they are to you, and you're regularly expressing your love through words. Then your love language would be words of affirmation. So in such a manner, through self-reflection, you can find out which is your love language. The second thing is take the quiz. Dr. Gary Chapman provides a free online quiz which you can take up. There are certain questions, and by answering those questions at the end, you can find out which is your primary love language. And the link is given in the description box. Once the video gets over, you can definitely check out the quiz and find out which is your primary love language. The next way of finding out your love language would be observe. Keenly observe, like, in which manner are you expressing your love without even thinking? Are you using your words? Are you providing service to your partner? Is it through physical touch, or how is it that you are just expressing love without even thinking or putting in any efforts? So by observing, you can find your love language. Communicate the whole concept of these love languages with your partners or friends and find their insights or their opinion about how you express love and how you perceive expressing your love towards them. So that can be another way of finding out your love language. The next one is evaluate your past relationships. Think about what were the actions or gestures which worked for you and which didn't work, and try to find out if there was any pattern in that particular relationship which made it into a position like it didn't thrive. So what were the things which were involved in that relationship which you didn't like, and which were the parts that you actually enjoyed in those relationships? So by thinking about your past relationships and finding those patterns can be really helpful in finding out your love language. Discovery of your love language would be open to change. Through time and through experiences in our lives, we actually evolve. Our love language evolves. How we express love before 5 years would be in a different manner, and how we express love now would be different. So we evolve through time. So be open, be flexible, try to figure out like what is making you happy now. In which format would you like to receive love or express love? So by being open, we can actually, embrace those little moments which can actually make us understand which is our love language now. Another thing to remember is that it's not necessary that you have only one love language. People might have more love languages. Like there can be a primary love language and a secondary love language. Just think about it, just explore and try to find out. Take up that quiz, put in the time to reflect and discuss it with your partner, and through all these manners you will be able to understand or have the awareness about your love language, so that you can communicate it to your partner that this is the manner I would like to receive love from you, because that makes me feel special. Through open communication and better understanding, you can strengthen your relationships. There are certain do's and don'ts in all of these 5 love languages. Let's look into all of those one by one. Firstly, let's look into the do's of words of affirmation. The first one would be verbally communicate the appreciation and the compliments to your partner. Always try to be verbal about the compliments which you like to give or the affirmations which you like to use. Just use positive words and appreciate your partner for being there for you in this relationship. They are putting in the efforts and how much they mean. When we look at the don'ts in words of affirmation, affirmation, the first one would be neglecting those positive affirmations, which we have discussed in the do's as well. And the second one would be using harsh criticisms. Never use negative language or raise your voice while criticizing your partner. If you have got any difference of opinion, definitely talk to them in a better tone. Firstly calm down and then express your concerns to your partner. Never use negative language which might hurt their feelings and they can take it personally. Do's of acts of service. The first one is provide help. Provide your service. Do those activities which can make your partner's life easy. Put in the efforts and actually express your love through these services. And acts of kindness is another too. Like, you can put in your efforts to make them, surprise them, do certain things which can make them feel special. For example, you can do those chores which are pending at your home, or refill the water in your aquaguard. It can be as simple as that. Just do certain activities which can make them feel, they can feel special through that. It can be very simple ones or very complicated ones as well, where you are planning out a whole itinerary for your trip towards some place, and you are putting in all the efforts of planning and organizing everything, packing everything. So that can be a very exaggerated or a very huge step to take. So if we can start out with simple ones. Like at the home, you can put in your efforts to actually do those acts of kindness. You can make a cup of tea or coffee for them, make them feel special through your acts of service. Now when we look at the don'ts of acts of service, the thing would be neglecting your responsibilities. Like, you are not doing your roles and responsibilities which you are supposed to do. It can be at home or your career or anywhere. Like, you are not taking up the efforts to show and actually take up the responsibility of your life. And you're taking your partner for granted and you're being inactive or unhelpful. So that's a complete no. When we take the look of do's in receiving gifts, it will be like meaningful gestures. You're putting in your efforts, thinking about it, and actually coming up with gifts which can make them feel special, and it should be meaningful and it should align with the interest of your partner. And when we look at the don'ts, it will definitely be like you're forgetting special occasions. Just forgetting special occasions and you're not celebrating it. You're not celebrating those small victories or moments which might be very much special for your partner. For example, your anniversary, and you forget it and you're like not at all putting in the efforts to think about a small token of gift or love for your partner. So that can be a big no, because your partner, if their love language is receiving gifts, they'll definitely expect from you to get, or you have to put in the efforts to come up with a gift that can make them feel special. They'll be expecting that. The do's in quality time as a love language would be spending time without having any distractions, like you are giving your undivided attention towards your partner. That is really important when your partner's love language is quality time. And definitely it will be like you're putting in the efforts to come up with shared activities where you can spend quality time together. You will be doing activities, you will be exploring, you will be learning new things together, so you can cherish those memories and you can actually spend those quality time together, which will definitely improve the bond that you have. And when we look at the don'ts in quality time, it will definitely be having distractions while doing these kind of activities, and you're not being there. You're physically present, but you're not actually being there, and you're spending the time with your partner, but you're not looking into their eyes, or you're not resonating with how they want you to resonate. If we look at the do's and don'ts of physical touch, the do's in do's, the first one will be initiate love, or express your love through physical gestures. Initiate those physical gestures. Show your love through hugging them, kissing them, holding their hands. That physical touch can be magical. Use those physical touch for expressing your love. Now, if we look at the don'ts of physical touch, the first one will be invading boundaries. You're not respecting your partner's boundaries. For example, in public, if they don't like you to hug them, they're not comfortable with it, then you should refrain from doing that. You should not actually put on the pressure on them to be comfortable when they are not. So invading their boundaries and not respecting their space is not a good thing in physical touch, or actually in any love language. So, and the next one will be, you are avoiding the importance of physical intimacy. You're not putting in the efforts for showing your love through physical intimacy. You are not understanding the importance of physical intimacy, which is a big no as well, because you need to understand, like, physical touch and physical intimacy is really important for keeping the warmth and that connection between both the partners in a relationship. As we conclude this episode where we have explored about the 5 love languages in detail, I really hope that you put in the efforts and actually find out which is your love language, and you encourage your partner to find out their love language, and together you can beautifully come up with a plan for expressing and receiving love together. And I really hope that all of you would have a beautiful and a magical relationship further. Wishing you all the very best, and thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed this video. This is a very lovely topic, and by understanding and actually nurturing these concepts in your relationship, it can transform the quality and the deeper connection which you can have. That will really transform your relationship. And thank you once again for watching this video. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care. Till the next time we meet, keep loving, spread the love, warmth and happiness. Bye bye.